Nurul Hayati. Okay.
Okay. So everyone can see my slides, isn't it? Human e-learning project meeting number 3 with Prof. Rahmita and students.
Yes, can.
All right. Okay. I'm Nuriza Abdurazak, physiologist, medical lecturer from Faculty of Medicine and Health Sciences. And today I'm going to give information briefly to you guys with regards of the topics to be distributed to the 9 students, right? So that the student can do some revision at home and do some reading regarding these complex topics, all right? We try to make it simple apps, all right? Okay, I don't know how. Okay, so our project flow is we will initiate the CT scan image. We're going to use the previous images that has been kept in radiology department, hospital, pengajar, UPM. And after that, we are going to develop from the 3D image of the CT scan. We are going to develop AR apps with video plus animation. So this is the task that should be done by the students within this 14 weeks duration. And then once the apps is ready, so we will test these apps through user acceptance testing. All right. Okay. So this is the CT scan image that I collected from internet, and also this is AR, and this is a simplified version of cartoon version of UAT. Right. Okay. So for the SKM4313 2020, we have 14 weeks duration, and I think next week is going to be the 3rd week, Prof. Is it? Okay. So we already lost 3 weeks. Okay. So by 13 weeks, we need to get ready with the application. And for the user acceptance testing, we need a minimum 10 potential users, especially among the medical student, or 3 experts of 3 expert contents. No assignment will be done, and we have to produce at least 1 apps, and the student need to meet the co-supervisor at least 3 times for the whole 14 weeks. But I believe that the number of meeting is not that minimum. And then we, co-SV and SV, we need to see the design, the interface, content, flow in the middle of the semester. We will discuss about the design interface, don't worry about that. And then we will be the client, and the students are required to act as developer, right? Okay, we are having several major topics for the anatomy of human body. The first one, the students are Husna Akilah Izzati and Fatin Faniza. They are going to be under me, and I'm going to proceed with 2 major systems. The first one is GIT, gastrointestinal systems, or elementary system, and the second one is endocrine system. I believe that these words are quite strange and foreign for some of you, but slowly we're going to share the knowledge together, all right? Lepas ni, you guys are going to be expert in this system. And then number 2, we have a respiratory system and cardiovascular system by Dr. Azmah. Okay, and then I would like to introduce Dr. Azmah. Dr. Azmah is a medical doctor and pharmacologist from Human Anatomy Department. Kak Azmah?
Yeah, Assalamualaikum and hi everyone. I'm Dr. Azmah.
Right. So Dr. Azmah is going to lead these 2 systems with Heba and Farah. Heba is going to proceed with the allocation of these topics depends on the discussion of the student with Dr. Azmah. I'm sorry about the F and M, it's wrong there. And then number 3, may I have Dr. Fadziyah. Dr. Fadziyah is an anatomist and medical doctor from Human Anatomy Department as well. Can we have some introduction, Dr. Fadziyah?
Assalamualaikum. I'm Dr. Siti Fadziyah. One of the anatomists in Faculty of Medicine and Health Sciences.
Right, thank you so much, Dr. Siti Fadziyah. Dr. Siti Fadziyah is going to lead the topic of musculoskeletal system. Musculo means muscle, skeletal means bones, and the student is Nurul. I believe that this is the nama manja lah for you guys. I think Nurul, Heba, Farah. You have a full names, isn't it? But I got this list, so I use this list as it is. All right. Okay, and number 3, may I have Dr. Safuraa. Dr. Safuraa is a physiologist and also a medical doctor from Human Anatomy Department to introduce.
Hi, I'm Dr. Safuraa. So I'll be working with my Sarah parenting. So we are going to do on brain CNS. Thank you, Kak Iza.
Right, okay. Thank you, Dr. Safuraa. Dr. Safuraa is going to lead the topic, the project entitled Brain and Spinal Tract. It's quite a central nervous system is a complex topic, but I believe that Dr. Safuraa will lead you guys in an easy manner so that you can understand easily. And then Dr. Nurul Hayati. Dr. Nurul Hayati is a physiologist and medical doctor from Human Anatomy Department. Can we have Dr. Nurul Hayati to introduce herself?
Sure. Okay. Good afternoon all. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. I'm Nurul Hayati, physiologist from Human Anatomy Department, and I'll be working with Intan, right? Intan is here now. Can you switch on your camera just in case I want to see your face?
Yes, I think it's fair for you guys to switch on the camera so that we can identify which one is our student.
Let's say if I meet you somewhere in the UPM, then I know, oh, that is Intan. Okay. So nice meeting you, and yeah, we hope we can. I hope that we can have a good collaboration and good working condition in the future.
Inshallah.
Inshallah.
Thank you.
Apa ni, Maisara, I forgot to introduce Maisara with Dr. Safuraa just now, right? Okay. Okay, I'm going to briefly explain to Husna, Akila, Izzati and Fatin with regards of my topics. My topics is going to be divided into 2 main themes. The first one is hepatobiliary and pancreas, and the second one is gastrointestinal tract. Okay. Okay, for the hepatobiliary system, pancreas and endocrine. Okay, so you can see the first picture here. So this is a picture of endocrine system. It started from the brain. We have hypothalamus, and then we have a very small gland here with the size of a green pea, very small. And then the name of this is pituitary gland. So I'm not going to give a long lecture about this, the function and everything, but I just want to give you briefly where is this particular organs or glands located in our body, right? And then we have thyroid and parathyroid, right? And then thymus, I'm not going to proceed with thymus because it's not have a very significant effect to the body. It has effects, but then it's not included in our curriculum for thymus. And then adrenal gland. Adrenal gland is a gland that are located on top of the kidney. We have 2 adrenal glands because we have 2 kidneys. And then for ovaries and testes, I'm not going to proceed with this because this is we focus this under reproductive system. Otherwise, the topic is going to be very big for endocrine. Okay. And then for liver, hepato is liver, biliary refer to gallbladder and the ducts, and pancreas. So this is liver. You can see the liver. The liver is the largest organ in the body. I think the second or the first. I think the first is skin, isn't it? Right. And then we have gallbladder and the ducts here, and also the pancreas. Pancreas is very important for hormonal production, especially for the glucose control in our body. All right. Okay, so this is for hepatobiliary, pancreas, and endocrine topic. Okay. And then for GI tract, we have lower GI tract. Sorry, this is salah ni. Terbalik. Upper GI tract actually. This is upper GI tract, okay? And then yang bawah ni lower GI tract. Okay, for upper GI tract, it includes the oral cavity, the oropharynx, laryngopharynx, esophagus, stomach, and also the small intestine. And then for lower GIT, it includes the large intestine, appendix, cecum, rectum, endocrine, and anus. All right. So this is for my topics. All right. And for Dr. Azmah topics, we have two systems. The first one is respiratory system. Respiratory system includes the lungs, trachea, larynx tu I dah cover, the larynx, epiglottis, oral cavity I dah cover, perhaps can include the nasal cavity. I know some of the image from CT scan, we can't capture everything. So that's why here the student is going to be tested on how your ability to develop a 3D image, all right, from your own with the guidance of GoSV. All right, so that is for respiratory system, Heba. And then for cardiovascular system, Farah. Cardiovascular means cardio is heart, vascular is the vessel. We aim for the cardiac and also the main big vessels. All right, we don't do all the small capillaries, no. Only the big vessels. All right, I understand that the CT again, our challenges, I don't want to call this as a problem, but we call this as a challenges. All right, there might be some challenges to retrieve the images from CT scan, so we need the student to develop this by using your skill on how to develop 3D images. All right, okay. Okay, before that, I would like to have input. Perhaps Dr. Azmah would like to say something to Heba and Farah.
Assalamualaikum, Heba and Farah. I would like to request to have your emails so I can give you the notes associated with cardiovascular and respiratory. So I think you would have a better understanding rather than I explain it here. So you can read through, and if you do not understand any of the terms used, you can contact me directly, either WhatsApp or email. Okay, so and then we can have a short discussion on where we would begin heading to. Okay, I think that's important. For me to explain now, I think it's best actually for you to read first and understand, and following that, if whatever that you don't understand, you can have a short discussion after that. Okay, is that okay, Heba and Farah?
Okay.
All right, okay, thank you. So I'll give you the necessary important notes later, yeah? Okay, take care, bye.
Before I forgot, I would like to congratulate Dr. Azmah, because Dr. Azmah just won a gold medal for her research project during this previous PICTL, right? Congratulations to Dr. Azmah for the gold medal, right? All right, so next we have Dr. Fadziyah. Dr. Fadziyah is going to lead the topics of musculoskeletal system, muscle and skeletal. It's quite, the muscle and skeletal is a very huge topics. Yeah, you can see here so many muscles and so many bones. All right, for adult itself, it's like more than 200 bones. And so I believe that we have received some input from the radiologist, Dr. Norafida, with regards of the CT scan images. So perhaps later Dr. Fadziyah can discuss with Nurul regarding which part of the body that you guys want to proceed, all right? Because majority of the CT scan for the skeletal is abnormal, all right? So it's quite difficult for us to get the normal skeletal CT scan. So perhaps Dr. Fadziyah, if Dr. Fadziyah want to give some input to Nurul.
Okay. Thanks, Dr. Noiza. Firstly, I want to confirm, Nurul is Amirul Hakim, is it?
Yes, Amirul Hakim. Satu-satunya
Okay.
jejaka.
Oh, that's why lah. Okay, but it's good. Because this system is usually more of a musculoskeletal system. Usually, the specialty is more on to the orthopedics lah. So I think like Dr. Noiza said, there are some limitation lah, some limitation to the system. So then that is okay. I will guide you through the process lah, through this development of this your objective lah. So I think that I think everyone have everyone is our WhatsApp group, is it? Izzah? And Dr. Noiza, everyone is in the WhatsApp group, right?
So Prof, macam mana nak masukkan semua student in our WhatsApp group ke, ataupun they are going to have their own WhatsApp group for this project? For my previous experience, we are having our own small group WhatsApp group with the student, one co-SV and SV. So what is your opinion, Prof Ramita?
We actually want to make it a standard, right? Even though there's a creativity among the students, so better we invite them in our group. I will share the invitation link to them if you're okay with that, so the student can get in the group by themselves.
Okay, Prof. Noted. Thank you so much. Okay, next. Dr. Safuraa. Dr. Safuraa will lead the theme of central nervous system, in particular brain and spinal tract, and the student is Maisara. If Dr. Safuraa want to give some briefing about this.
So we are going to do on brain and spinal cord. I will give my phone number. I post my phone number in the chat room. We will have some chat about the central nervous system, which is the brain and the spinal cord. I will give you some material for you to read. Then we will have a short discussion on the content. Boleh main? Okay, that's all.
Okay, thank you so much, Dr. Safuraa.
Dr. Noiza, semua dapat CT scan the model, the images.
The images from CT scan, Prof.
Dapat semua
Dia ada certain yang tak dapat tu, contoh macam oral cavity for upper GI tract ni, oral cavity. Yang tu memang kena develop 3D model lah. Student kena develop.
Okay. So part of it, student have to develop, alright.
Yes. Then next, we have Dr. Nurul Hayati. Dr. Nurul Hayati will lead urinary system, and the student is Intan. And if we can have Dr. Nurul Hayati to give some briefing.
Sure. I have a bit of PowerPoint, but usually after this maybe I post in the chat in the WhatsApp group, and then Intan can have a look after that. Is it okay for you, Intan? Alright, so we are going to do urinary system. Okay. Urinary system is I think you learn a bit during your at least your secondary school, right? Secondary high school. So basically it's like for urinary system you have the kidney, and then from the kidney you have the ureter, from the ureter you have the bladder, bladder, and also you have the urethra, and also the external genitalia. So in our project, I think we'll be more focusing on the kidney itself, and a bit on the ureter as well. But in terms of the CT scan, I think we'll have a section of the kidney, right, Liza? Yeah, correct. So after this, maybe I put a bit of the PowerPoint in the WhatsApp group, and maybe Intan can go through after that, and maybe you can Google in the internet regarding the urinary system. It is the basic structure, the main function of the kidney, and a bit on the regulation of the kidney. All right, thank you, Intan.
Thank you, Dr.
Okay. Okay, thank you so much, Dr. Nurul Hayati, for the input. Right, I think that is it for my presentation. If anyone has any question, you can kindly to ask to the floor now. Perhaps the first meeting malu sikit kot. Yes, Dr.
Sorry,
Azmah.
Tan, nak ganggu sikit. The CT scan images, when will it be distributed to students?
For the CT scan images, we need to go back to Dr. Nurafida and confirm, because she needs to give us the images according to the organs that we request. So for that, I'm just wondering, Prof, when is it the student can start to develop the AR? When they need the image, actually? Tak dengar, Prof.
I think it's better. Sorry, I forgot to unmute. So actually, it's better to give them earlier so that they can test the model. They can test the images, the size and everything. But I think ingat lagi tak apa kita punya schedule, lab schedule? Schedule when actually they have to create the AR app.
Wait.
Paling awal bila itu the earliest that we can get. Unmute.
Kak Iza mute.
Unmute.
Okay, I try to discuss this with Dr. Nurafida and try to get it as soon as possible. But I can't give any promise at the moment because I need to have her consent and her decision first. I hope it's going to be ready within these 2 weeks.
Okay, that's good. Because start to do the AR app is a little bit later, but then they need to test the model whether it's suitable or not. I hope it's suitable, but then they need to amend and edit the model.
Prof, okay, I dah check tadi. Okay, so by week 4, which is the next week, the next week ke?
Next week is third, yeah.
Week 3, okay. By week 4, they need to design their storyboard for the application. So by week 4, they already know what should be there, should be in the application, which is like how many button, and then what I mean is how many info, and then what kind of 3D model that they want to put. Okay, so by week 3, by week 4, they already know the application for their project.
is it possible for the co-SV to get the milestone so that we can achieve the target each of the week,
I will
right?
share the master with you. That's the lab activity.
Thank you.
I will simplify that and share with all of you. So boleh 2 minggu lagi atau 3 minggu. The sooner the better. Sebab nanti diorang they have to design and then they have to do the storyboard. To design, they know where to put the models, and then they will have to know what to support. What kind of 3D model they need to do to support, and what kind of images, what kind of video animations they need to put in. Boleh? Okay, boleh dengar tak? Boleh kan? Okay.
Boleh.
Boleh. InsyaAllah. Okay.
So anything else? Yang lain macam mana students? Okay.
Cuma nak tanya storyline pun memang kita as co-supervisor ke nak buatkan storyline?
Tak, student punya kerja. Kita client. You all client bukan? So student have to do
Azmah, we are the
storyboard.
client. Azmah.
They have to do the storyboard first, present to the client. Nanti student yang happy. They have to do the nice storyboard, the flow of the applications, then they have to deliver to the co-supervisor. Tak Farah dah senyum dah. Hebat, do you manage to understand?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, that's good. Boleh.
Student, do you have any question? You can throw your question now, if you have any. Yeah.
Please ask questions now, so you can understand what challenges that you are going to face.
Don't have to worry lah. Semua co-SV ni baik-baik dah.
I don't think they can imagine it yet, Prof. Tak nampak lagi the organs, everything, and what they have to do. Once they see it, then they will know lah.
Ya, betul. Kita anggut dah Maisarah tu. And then dia orang pun tak biasa dengan CT scan ni. Tak pernah tengok CT scan kan? You never see the CT scan images, right? Never saw it, CT scan. Let them absorb. Any questions? Atira macam mana, boleh ke? Atira is the one of the lab demo that helping the students, and another one is Suki. Atira, ada apa-apa yang you nak tanya?
Tak ada kot. Tapi saya nak tahulah. Basically, student perlu buat how many model, and then is it there is animation for the model? I mean maybe the flow of the organ, the flow of blood, something like that.
You asking that question to me or to the co-supervisor?
To co-supervisor.
Maybe I have a suggestion, just like for cardiac and respiratory. I will give a notes how the flow it will be like. How I'm thinking of like respiratory, I will relate it to the ventilatory cycle. So there will be a slight video animation on that. And for cardiac, I will relate it to the electrocardiogram. So it will be a mixture of anatomy and physiology in that concept. So there will be a story to follow. So I mean, that's my idea for my systems, but I do not know for the rest. But I will try to give notes to guide through that process so that when they can imagine what form of storyboard they will create from the notes that I give and some videos that I will give. Inshallah. Yeah. So I can give input towards that, since I know that the storyboard must come from the students. So we will try to give the necessary contents that you need to form a storyboard. a full storyboard. So you have to have a full understanding of what we want as clients. But for you to understand, we must provide the right information. Okay, so we'll try as best as we can. That's my opinion. I do not know about the rest. Thank you.
Betul. The client memang kena, the client have to deliver all the informations for the developer to understand. But the developer have to develop and show to the clients whether it satisfies the requirement.
And also, I would like to ask if there any quiz for the application, because I macam saya tengok tadi, this application is for revision, right?
Any quiz involved? So because quiz needs a little bit different approach. Ada quiz ke dalam tu nanti?
Maybe that can come later. I mean, this is a form which whereby I think it would really help in making the video and 3D images appealing to the students. Without questions, sometimes they only see it as an image rather than really understanding what we want them to understand. So having these quizzes, I think it will help. But I think you do not have to think about that. That will come to the end. Okay, whatever it is, we have to see the finished product and the storyboard to come to the quizzes. Because from there we can create questions from what you have found. I think that would be better. So, but yeah, I would love to have quizzes or questions to be put in the program.
Atira, it's a very good question from you regarding the quiz. Should it be included in the apps? All right. So actually, in the previous cardiac apps that I did with Sufi, that one of the response through the user accepted testing from him, from the students actually, they like to have a quiz included in the application. So I think it's a very good point of view, Atira.
Because sebab sebelum ni pun my application is about the revision, so the feedback from the student is they want the quiz in the application.
Yes. I have a question actually regarding the user acceptance testing. So, all right. Do we already develop the UAT? Is it the UAT is just measuring the science com point of view, or we will have the UAT with the elements of medical educations as well?
UAT is for the user, Dr. Riza. So that means the user is your students. So most probably UAT will be implement on the medical students. Yeah. So because of this kind, I don't know whether we can meet the students or not. So most probably we also have to do online later on.
Right.
But definitely it's from your side, not from our side.
The UAT. Because we have the UAT that is being used in the previous project, the BARA project and the cardiac cycle project. So I think the content of the UAT is good, but Dr. Rafida said that we could include some of the medical education elements in the UAT questions, right? So
Okay.
and then for the application of ethics, because we are using samples from patients, we need to present the UAT questionnaire beforehand so that they can give permission for us to proceed with the this project. So I think UAT is one of the questionnaire that we need to prepare beforehand. Even though it's going to be tested in our last phase. Alright.
Artinya kita punya UAT questionnaire minggu keberapa
By week 8.
Week 8. They will do the questionnaire for UAT in week 8.
Right. So perhaps actually I need the UAT within 2 weeks, yes.
Okay, because we need the ethics proposal next time, Akira. So we need to make it earlier. So I think we need to bring forward the UAT questionnaire. The students have to write themselves the UAT questionnaire. They cannot follow the bara. They have to learn how to create the UAT. So most probably from week 8, we have to bring forward. Is it possible?
Okay, noted. Okay, noted, Prof.
So Prof, the UAT is a difference from one topic to another, is it?
Depend on what do you expect from the applications. Because bara, we are looking at the interactions, the satisfactions of the interactions of the bara applications. So from this application, what do you expect from the information from the user? They do the they develop the applications for what and to finding what. So it's depend on the co-supervisor actually. Macam mana Rizal? Sebab bara tu kita orang we look into interactions, whether the students are satisfied with the interactions, with the interface and interactions.
Actually, UAT is quite a big topic lah, especially in medical education. The application of immersive learning, for example, this AR, is quite new among the medical schools, especially in Malaysia. So that's why when I discussed this with Dr. Rafida, she said that we don't have a UAT that is what we call validated. So that we need a valid questionnaire.
Macam ni, kalau kita nak macam, if we do like that, it's a little bit difficult for the undergraduate students. But then you have to look what kind of UAT you want, because in bara we don't look into education part. We don't try to understand in terms of educations. We try to understand in terms of interactions and the interface. So again, for this class, I think more on the what actually expect. I don't expect to go to the educations.
All right.
Banyak
education is going to be complex, Prof. So, I rasa memang kita need PhD student. So I think we have
the worry lah.
So we can apply the bara and the cardiac cycle methods lah, Prof. I think.
Yeah. Then go to the educations. I think problem with the UG students.
All right. Okay.
I think we start to worry now. Okay.
So I hope that on behalf of all the co-SV, I hope that we can work together to achieve our goal within these 14 weeks, all right? So take this experience as a lifelong learning experience for you guys, that perhaps someday you're going to be one of the top developer of AR in Malaysia. We don't know. All right. InsyaAllah. So kita doa banyak-banyak lah, so that our project is going to be smooth sailing. And then if you have any problem, just let the co-SV know, right? Okay, so, all of us are very nice. Kita tak makan orang, we don't eat people, we eat food, right? So if you have any question, difficulties, problem, you have anything, you can just let us know, so that we can assist, right? Okay, that's all from us. Perhaps the co-SV, if you want to give 1 or 2 words to the students.
Saya tak ada, tapi nanti Mai WhatsApp saya. Okay.
Good luck everyone. This is also a first time for me, so I hope that this will be a two-way learning learning thing. Yeah. Alright. Okay. Bye.
Okay. Boleh saya start satu-satu bagi seorang student ni. Hebat, Abah?
Yes.
Can you show your hand so that your co-SB and see your face or know that it's you?
Hello.
Pull up your hand. Yeah, okay. Nur Akila? All right. Nurul Farah? Thank you. Fatin Faniza? Okay. Nanti nanti I will share the complete the details, the matrix number, the name, the full name. Intan Nur Syahida.
Saya.
Mana saya? Okay. Nurul Husna. Nurul Husna, okay. Thank you. Sekejap. Amirul Hakim. The only gentleman here. Okay. Siti Maisara. Okay. Nurul Izzati.
Solat now. Pergi solat. Solat.
So, ada kisah tak panggil? Semua dah panggil everybody? Alright, okay. Siapa lagi tak saya tak panggil? Semua dah kan? Semua, okay. Itulah dia, diorang, Dr. Naiza. Any questions to the co-supervisor?
Not yet, Doctor. Not yet, Prof. Later I ask many questions.
Okay, Dr. Naiza, bagaimana? Adakah we going to meet regularly every once a month or what? Every 2 weeks, once or 2 weeks?
I think it depends on the co-SV. Depends on the student and the co-SV. Depends.
Before this, the early stage I will join in, but the later stage I will like the students to meet themselves with the co-SV because it's a training for you to work together with the co-SV. Is it okay for everybody? Co-SV tak makan orang. Okay.
Okay, Prof.
Okay. And then kalau ada masalah, don't keep to yourself. If you're having a problem, don't keep to yourself and wait until it's too late already. Say either to Kak Atira, Sufi, or your co-supervisor and me. Boleh ya? Okay, cantik. Alright, Dr. Nisa and the team. Anything else? Saya rasa semua dekat, info dah ada dekat chat room So please take note lepas tutup nanti chat ni kan tutup juga.
So Intan copy paste siap nombor telefon dengan email saya. Lepas ni WhatsApp saya, nanti saya boleh WhatsAppkan PowerPoint yang saya nak Intan baca lah. Okay, tak apa dengan Intan. Sorry. Okay.
So kalau tak ada apa-apa, boleh kita berhentikan dulu ke? Ada apa lagi Kak Norisa?
I just would like to express our gratitude for this opportunity because I think this is a golden opportunity for us because we don't have the ability and the specialty to develop AR. So by joining this project, I think it's a Alhamdulillah, it's a very good peluang chance for us lah to explore more in this immersive learning. That's it. Thank you. Thank you, Prof.
So buat elok-elok, buat elok-elok, mana tahu boleh jadi kat FYP, lepas tu manalah tahu ada rezeki kan. Okay, thank you Dr. Riza, thank you for the medical team, thank you for the students. So we meet each other again later for the class and for other discussions. And I do hope you will meet your co-supervisor as supervisor's requirement. And then of course supervisor pun kena tolonglah sabar-sabar kalau in case apa-apa, jangan segan bagi tahu saya ataupun Atira ataupun Sufi. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. Assalamualaikum. Thank you. Bye.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.